You now tuned in to the legendary Castro. I don't know what to say right now. I'm real disgusted after hearing that this officer was not charged for his negligent and wild behavior. Violent, easily angered, easily tempered, not using the strategies and methods that he could have used to diffuse a situation, but led to putting his hands on this woman in a way that is just mind blowing. We're talking about the incident that happened in 2015 with Officer Richter and Mrs. King. She was pulled over allegedly for speeding. You know, once stopped in the parking lot of a Wendy's, she was asked to go back to her car, which she followed the direction of going back to her car. He asked her for a driver license. She handed that. Seemed like everything was intact from what she had, and the incident took a turn for the worse when he asked her to put her feet in the car and so he could shut the door. She declined and was asked to stand up, and at that point he was going to detain her. And I mean, I didn't see a probable cause. I didn't see, you know, the reason for that. I seen at that instant he could have did one or two things. He could have escalated the situation, which is what happened. He could have diffused the situation to let the lady know it was a simple speeding ticket. She would be on her way shortly if everything checked out, and she can go, on about her business. But we're talking about Officer Richter, which we're talking about, Austin officer, which was fired but not charged. We talking about a guy that had several cases prior to this. He had the highest um, arrest for resisting arrest, which should have been a red flag for the APD then. Certain things just check out themselves, and then people have to check into it, which never happened until somebody was seriously injured. I mean, I'm pretty sure Miss King is going to have serious problems with authority, being stopped by authority after this, because she's not going to know who to trust. So back to what happened, she's asked to put her feet in the car, which she declines, and he goes and tells her to stand up to be detained. She didn't do it at that point, and he just went in grappling her and took her from her seat and slung her into a truck that was nearby. And I mean, just like she wasn't a human, he just treated her so bad, manhandled her. And I just think it comes to a point where when we seeing things head on and we're seeing this in front of our eyes, people have to take accountability for their actions. The system cannot be failing us when we're all watching this. But regardless of what y'all choose to show on the news, we have the footage. We have the whole footage, and we have seen everything. The lady was treated unjustly, was talked to in a matter of inhumane, not expected from somebody that's supposed to serve and protect the community. Looking at every instances that this guy was in, he does not stand to be on a force that stands to serve and protect the community. Look at this man's actions, and really, in all, he should be charged for all of them because he assaulted all of them. But if somebody else goes and does this manner, then they're facing a penalty. But just because somebody has a badge, we're putting a shield around their actions, and they're not being held accountable, which is way far from what needs to be happening. So We get back to her being slung into this truck and thrown on the ground with his knee and elbow in the back of her neck and in her back. This guy is a big guy. He could have handled the situation and got it under control. When he did get it under control, he chose to slam her again. So we had 2 times. Not once, but twice. This guy chose to slam her. As if she just was a rag doll. As if he's in the gym practicing with some kind of doll doing UFC. This is sickening, man. And we have to start standing up. We have to start paying attention to what's going on and being aware and helping our people out.